Hi, fellow alumni. I thought for the last blog that I do a vlog. Okay, so the things that I need to talk about, at least 3 deeply felt learnings from this program. Number 1 thing that I needed to learn is budgeting, because I haven't become a director yet. I just actually had an interview with the vice president of operations for a major childcare corporation that I work for. So hopefully I'll become a director this month. So we shall see. If not, it's okay. I'm getting there. But budgeting. When I interviewed my director about budgeting, one of the things that she said that was most important that you have to watch is labor cost and food cost. Those are the 2 things that she's really responsible for when it comes to the budget, because she doesn't really, the corporation handles all the rest of the budget, like how much the rent is for the month, and the insurance, and the taxes, and all that kind of stuff. She doesn't even deal with that. What she mainly deals with is the labor cost and the food costs for the budget, and the supplies, of course. So the thing is, it's really tricky with childcare centers labor costs, because one thing, we pay our teachers so low in this field. Believe me, I wrote a whole paper about it, I don't know how many times in this program, about low compensation for early childhood teachers. But if you read my discussion, I started off in this field earning $6 an hour, and I still haven't broke $15 an hour yet. So, but the thing is, I love this profession. There's so many people that go in and out of this profession. But let me refocus back to budgeting. I'm so sorry, because I can go on a rampage. But the thing is, they don't want her to go over 48% of income for the week in labor. And I'm just like, so that might mean someone gets cut if the ratios are low. And that gives them even less money. So it's like, but most of the time I've seen the people that work in this field are people who are married, live with their parents, or have a roommate, or has 2 jobs. Those are the types of people that I've seen in this field. It's like you can't just live on this field alone. That's just a fact. So when you factor in labor costs, that's one thing I might struggle with as a director, is because I feel like they deserve so much more, but then again, you still have to follow the rules and the budget of the corporation, or even your center. Even if you're a privately owned center, you still have to watch your labor costs, and that's very frustrating. That would be very frustrating as a director, and very frustrating as an owner. But I'm getting to that point of where I believe I have solved the problem. I just have to implement it, of lower compensation. But anyway, oh yeah, I already talked about that. Oh, and the food costs. Food costs is really tricky too, because usually you buy in bulk. Okay, so say that you're cooking hamburgers, and the hamburgers come with, let's say, 50 in a pack. and you have 60 students for the day that needs to eat. Well, you have to buy 2 whole packs of hamburger meat, even though you're only going to use 10, and now the rest of the 40 hamburger, you have to like kind of roll over to the next one. But you have to buy almost the same, the way my director explained it, you have to buy almost the same amount of food, even if there is less kids paying. And I was just like, wow, how can you solve that issue? So those are the things that I really paid attention to in budgeting, was the labor costs and the food costs and the supplies and stuff like that. And that's another thing. It's like they don't hardly give any, not all centers, some centers can really pay for resources for the classroom, but you even have to watch that in the budget, because you can't go overboard with the amount of resources that these children need, as far as educational resources. That's what I'm referring to, because we're in a generation where these kids are very techy, and if you can't keep up with their brains, and you bring in all these, and you don't hardly have any educational resources to keep their attention, it's like, wow, I really couldn't find an article on that. I'm so sorry. I could not find an article on that, in a scholarly article about that, how the brains of this generation of children are so techy now that the classroom is almost too slow for them. But I don't think anybody has really done that research. But anyway, if you do find that research, please message me in the comments. Second thing that I've learned is the program made me rethink the ideal for improving childcare. Community of practice. Never really thought about it. I grew up as an only child, so I'm thinking I could just do everything myself. No, obviously I can't. From what I've learned about community of practice, I need a team of specialized, educated people to help me with the ideas I have. So I learned a lot in that aspect. I came up with the idea while writing the paper. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Walden University. You really had my brain going. It's called Within the Walls of Child Care Learning Academy. But it's not just a child care center. It's like a teaching child care center. And basically, it's an academy where you can do face-to-face training. That's another paper that I did. Face-to-face training versus online training. Now, yes, we're getting our degree through online, but I'm sorry. There are just too many of the teachers in early childhood education that trains online and just click, 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 click. I didn't learn anything. So that's the thing. I might have been late at times with my paper, but I went through the education, okay? I probably shouldn't admit that. But anyway, but I went through the education part, okay? I've read my papers. I've written my papers. I've read my articles. I've researched. I even researched off topic about early childhood because I got so interested into my paper and everything. But I would just like to offer a place where somebody can come, teachers can come to a place and learn more in depth about their jobs, about teaching children 5 and under. I mean, we need more engrossed training. So that's what I thought of. Is it okay? Okay, anyway. But I have started on Facebook. If you type in the search box, Within the Walls of Child Care, you'll see my face pop up. No, you won't see my face pop up. My picture's not on that page. But basically, that's the start of trying to get people together who are in early childhood, or parents, or whoever, parents or teachers, doesn't matter, that to come together and might get some tips, some some tips, some tricks, and what to use in the classroom. Also, some inspiring stories or some heartfelt stories about children and things like that. Even if they're teenagers, they're still within the walls of childcare because you still have to take care of a teenager. But anyway, please look me up on Facebook. Okay. Another thing that I've learned is stick to your mission and vision. And what I've learned about that, you create your mission before your budget, not your budget before your mission. And I like that because there are too many child care centers that puts the budget before the mission. And then I'm sitting here like, why am I a teacher and I don't have the things that I need in the classroom to be a successful teacher? Oh, we don't have enough money to buy that because we only have this amount of money allocated to educational resources. But yet your mission states this. Why is this not meeting? That really got on my nerves as a teacher. It's just like, you expect us to do wonders and we don't hardly have the resources or the money to be able to work wonders in these children's lives. So of course I did the best thing I could. I even, and I'm sure some of y'all have done this, dug in my own pockets to provide for an enriched learning environment. Woo! I must have spent a lot of money. But because I was so passionate and loved my children, I just really wanted to do that rocket launcher that cost me $20 on Amazon so that I could really, expand the learning on my space lesson plan. So don't get me started. I really went all the way out there. Okay, so my long-term goal, one thing I've already mentioned, is the Within the Walls of Childcare Academy. There will be a childcare attached to the academy. So you have teachers that come in and actually observe the classrooms of very experienced and degree teachers in the classroom, and even the lead teachers, coaches, or teach classrooms as well. I do plan on becoming an approved trainer in Georgia. There is a approved training class that you have to take. It's going to cost me about $250, but it's going to be worth it. And I'm going to do face-to-face trainings, and I am going to do some online courses. However, I want to do webinars because I want to talk and I want to drill in teachers' brains how to do something and how to manage a classroom, how to form a lesson plan, things like that. They need more in-depth training, not an overview training. They need in-depth training. So let's see here. Also, so those are my two long-term goals. I do plan on owning my own child care center, building an academy, and also becoming an approved teacher. So the next step after college is more school, but it's going to be worth it. All right. So thank you so much, Walden University. I really do appreciate everything that you have taught me. You really made a difference in my career, in my learning career. I really do appreciate it. And I thank you to all the professors for facilitating the programs and answering my discussions and things like that. And thank you, classmates. Yay, we made it! Thank you, classmates, for reading my discussions. And believe me, I've learned a lot through reading your discussions and learning different situations of what you go through as an educator or as a director, assistant director, teacher, whatever you are. I really appreciate your input. You have made a difference in my life, whether you realize it or not. And I hope I've made a difference in everyone else's lives. So, bye. And congratulations, everybody. Class of 2017, Walden University Master's Degree. Yay!